Good morning everyone. This is Chadalawada Ramanamma Engineering College. 5 day skill development workshop. So, few minutes. The session is going to start. Today, our resource person, Mr. E. Suresh Kumar, Ashok Leyland, Senior Manager, Chennai. So, good morning, participants. Within few minutes, the session is going to start. A very good morning. See, the resource person is coming to join within for 5 to 10 minutes. Sir will join with us. So please be patient. So invite your friends also. So today you are going to gain some useful information related to your career. Please stay on live, please. Within a few minutes, it will be start. This is Chadalawada Ramanamma Engineering College, Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh. for a few minutes. The resource person is on the live. So sir is actually online. So we are verifying the what is that system, the stream, all those and all. We are verifying. Few minutes, participants. The session is going to start within a few minutes. Okay. Very good morning. This is Chadalawada Ramanamma Engineering College, Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh. But here participants, resource persons, so will join within a few minutes. So we are trying our level best. So a few minutes, participants, few minutes. So he'll be on the live a few minutes. Okay. So if your friends, if anybody from your college, if anybody, please, if you know that who are know you people are know that, please invite those people also to join this live. It will be very useful session. Okay, right? So participants, please be patient. Within a 5 minutes, he will join. So due to some technical issue, he is trying to connect to the live session. So a few minutes, participants. Thank you. Sir. Hello, sir. Sir, check your voice, sir. Suresh, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Audible.
Wonderful. Okay. So how do I start my presentation? Oh, share.
Sir,
Okay.
sir, you take your PPT, sir. So on your computer or your mobile phone, you just to minimize your PPT.
Okay.
First of all, sir, we have a welcome speech, sir. So then I will hand over the session.
Sure.
Sir, shall I start, sir?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sure.
So good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr.R.SenthamilSelvan, Associate Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering from Chadalawada Ramanamma Engineering College, Tirupati. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome all the participants a 5-day skill development workshop on career guidance and employability for young generation who present here for 5 days. First of all, I wish to extend my greetings to our college chairman, Dr. Chadalawada Krishnamurti Garu, founder chairman of CVS Krishnamurti Teja Charities, being responsible for organizing this 5-day workshop. I wish to thank Dr. K. Rajagopal sir, advisor and former Vice Chancellor of JNTU Anandapur. I wish to thank Dr. Bhaskar Patel sir, Director, CVS Krishnamurti Teja Charities, Tirupati. I wish to thank Dr. P. Sanjeev Raidu sir, Principal of Chadalawada Ramanamma Engineering College, Tirupati. I wish to thank Dr. K. Soundarajan sir, Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering from Chadalawada Ramanamma Engineering College, Tirupati. Also, I wish to thank Dr. P. Krishnamurti, Head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering from Chadalawada Ramanamma Engineering College, Tirupati, for their valuable support of conducting this workshop. So I convey my heartfelt thanks to heads of various departments, management committee members, advisory committee members, organizing committee members for their support of conducting this program. So now the session, our resource person, Mr. E. Suresh Kumar Ashok Leyland, Senior Manager Manufacturing Department from Chennai. Sir have nearly 15 years experience actually, have in the various fields. So warm welcome, sir. Our today resource persons, Mr. E. Suresh Kumar, sir. Thank you, sir, for accepting your for our participants. I think I hope our participants going to gain more knowledge from your side, sir. So once again, I thank you for your acceptance, sir, accepting our request for our participant purpose, for our college purpose. You accepting request. Thank you, sir. Once again, warm welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
So now I would like. Now, once again, now I would like to invite our resource person, Mr. E. Suresh Kumar Ashok Leyland, Senior Manager, Manufacturing Department from Chennai. Now I'm going to hand over the session to Mr. E. Suresh Kumar, sir. So he will give you the related information of our workshop. So thank you, participants. Please stay on live. Please invite your friends also. It will be very wonderful and beautiful session. Is going to be. Thank you, sir. You just hand over the session, sir. You just start your session, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the warm welcome. I think you all can hear me, right?
Yeah. Because I'm a host.
Thank you. So I'll start. I'll share the slide first.
Yeah. Check. You can share, sir. You can share your PPT. Then it is visible or not, I will tell you.
Please, sir. Yeah. Is it visible, sir? So is it visible? Hello? Hello, sir, is it visible?
Yeah, voice.
Sir,
Yeah,
is it visible? Is it visible, sir?
PPT.
Is it not visible, sir? Sir, I can't hear you. Selvam, sir.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, visible, sir. PPT is visible.
Yeah, that's what I asked. Is it visible now?
Yes, visible.
Shall we start the presentation?
Yeah, you start your presentation, sir. Participants are waiting. You start.
Thank you. Thanks for the warm welcome, sir. Good morning to all of you. I'm Suresh from Ashok Leyland. To start with, let me have a brief introduction about myself. Though our Selvam sir has given it, I studied in Anna University in Chennai. Those days it was called Madras University. And after completion of my mechanical engineering, I did my diploma in production management and then went on to complete my postgraduate diploma in business administration in Indira Gandhi University. And then I completed my MS program in BITS Pilani. And then after joining Ashok Leyland since 97, I'm with Ashok Leyland. And before I start this presentation, I would like to showcase some portions of Ashok Leyland which are so much a good practice, which you all should know. Because Ashok Leyland is the third largest bus manufacturing company in the world, and it's the 10th largest truck manufacturing company in the whole of the world. So this company, because generally any presentation I do for college students or any forums or any kind of delegates, we start with Ashok Leyland because it's the kind of justice I do it for my company. This company was started in 1948, post-independence, when Jawaharlal Nehru wanted the whole India to become a modern India. He had many kind of projects, and one of his close friend was the founder of this company. He was called Mr. Ramanamma Saran. So he wanted him to come start a company in the south part of India. That's how he came all the way to the deep interior south part of India, came to Tamil Nadu, came to Chennai. And then he acquired this 120-acre land and he started this company as Ashok Motors, not as Ashok Leyland first, because he had a son called Ashok. So he named this company as Ashok Motors. Initially, this company didn't start doing commercial vehicles. We started assembling cars. So we had a collaboration with Lil Austin Motor Company of England. You all would be knowing about this Austin company. They are very famous cars those times. We started assembling Austin A40, A70 model cars. And later on, we had a collaboration with Leyland Motor Company of England in 1951. And then we started producing commercial vehicles. And both these companies together, Leyland Motor Company and Ashok Motors, came together. And in 1955 onwards, this company is called Ashok Leyland. So you all would be knowing the Hinduja because they are the major stakeholders of Ashok Leyland. And after their entry into Ashok Leyland in 1987, only Ashok Leyland had the strength and the wings to fly not only in regional levels, national level, but also international levels. Because today we got a presence in over 500 cities in 5 continents. So they are having good presence in trading, project development, whatever you name, be it media, IT, energy, healthcare, real estate, automotive, whatever you name, they are there. So that is actually giving the strength for this company to become so much global. And they started the investments way back in 1970s when it was started in Europe, and then with widespread interest in India, and in over 100 countries in 5 continents, they got more than 1 lakh employees. Because this program is more of employability in the future of all of you. And this mission of Ashok Leyland is to empower our people through a culture of joy, appreciation, and mutual respect, increasing the profitability of our partners, instilling pride in the communities we serve. And I would like to show you the history of the first vehicles introduced by Ashok Leyland in the whole of India. We are the only ones even today to manufacture double-decker buses in India, which we started in 1967, and then we moved on to produce front engine, front door bus in 1970s, and then we produced lot of new vehicles. We then produced rear engine bus, vestibule bus, CNG bus, single step entry, flat floor bus, which we call the JAN bus, and then the low floor bus, zero emission electric bus, electric circuit bus, and the roller compliant school bus. These are the kind of innovative products by Ashok Leyland, which are first launched by Ashok Leyland in the whole of India. So before talking about Ashok Leyland, let me show you a small video of this company, this magnificent organization.
At Ashok Leyland, we've been in the business of mobility for close to 70 years. We are a part of the HINDUJA Group, a transnational conglomerate spread over 100 countries and 6 continents, with diversified business holdings across 10 verticals. Today, we are the second largest manufacturer of commercial vehicles in India. We are the 4th largest manufacturer of buses worldwide. We are present in more than 50 countries, besides being market leaders for buses in Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. We have a significant presence in the countries of the Gulf Cooperative Council and Africa, dominating in the bus and truck segments. Our products reach out to over 70 million people, yet every day we strive to find new ways of enhancing the lives of the people around us. We're constantly innovating for the future, helping redefine mobility, designing better products, and finding better ways to produce them. Our products are defined by their practicality and functionality. Every customer solution we provide is driven by thoughtful innovation. Our vehicles serve our customers in remote locations, and we ensure that every vehicle is fitted with monitors that track its vital parameters. With an early warning system, we make sure no one is left stranded. The joy of children using our product inspires us. Innovations in our school buses have always kept children's needs in mind. We also make sure that they are the safest buses on the road. We are working towards using cleaner energy sources to drive our vehicles. Our electric vehicle program is set to redefine the future of environment-friendly transportation. Our greatest test, however, is a matter of national security. We are the largest supplier of logistics vehicles to the Indian Army. Our vehicles perform under the toughest conditions on our national borders. Our engines not only help safeguard our nation, but also help power businesses. The power solutions we provide are amongst the most reliable in the market. Our belief in partnership for growth has kept customers' progress at the heart of every solution we provide. To us, partnerships happen on many levels. Our driver training institutes have produced close to 1 million highly skilled drivers across the country. In the remotest villages of India, we have revolutionized the way children are being educated. Through key collaborations and innovative teaching methods, we are empowering the children of our villages. To us, mobility is more than just business we are in. In our world, it signifies progress. It means enabling success to our customers, enhancing their lives. Mobility for us is everything in life.
So that's about Ashok Leyland. So as I told you, we are the 3rd largest bus manufacturing company in the world, and we are the 10th largest in truck manufacturing. And our new vision is to be a top 10 global CV player creating reliable and differentiated products and solutions while delivering outstanding stakeholder value. So we got 7 plants in India. You can see the map wherein the first plant was started in 1948, the Chennai plant, and after which the next plant started in a place called Hosur, which is 300 kilometers from here, Chennai, and it started in the year 1980. For all these 32 years, the Chennai plant was actually the headquarters of Ashok Leyland, having the MD's office. Even today, whenever an MD comes, he makes sure that he visits his office and cherishes all those memories of Ashok Leyland way back in the last 72 years. And we got a plant, another 2 plants in Hosur, 3 plants in Hosur. In central part of India, we got a plant in a place called Bandara in Maharashtra. And then we got a plant in Rajasthan as well as in Uttarakhand. They are in places called Alwar and Pantnagar. Apart from these 7 plants, recently we opened a plant in another place in Andhra Pradesh, and that's a bus bus manufacturing plant. And apart from these 8 plants, we got plants across the world. In Sri Lanka, we got plants in Bangladesh, we got plants in UAE, we got plants in United Kingdom. It's actually called Octane, where it mainly specializes in electric vehicles and double-decker buses. They also produce fossil fuel vehicles. But for all this company to become so big, so magnificent, it's actually the Chennai plant which sown the seeds. So let's see what this Chennai plant is all about.
70 years ago, this is where everything began for Ashok Leyland. Today, 7 decades of wisdom integrates with new age technology to create a world-class manufacturing unit. This is our Ennore plant. Set up in 1948 as Ashok Motors, the Ennore plant was started as an assembling unit for Austin cars. In 1955, Leyland Motors of the UK came in as an equity partner. Ashok Leyland was born. Over the years, the Ennore plant has grown to become a flagship manufacturing unit of the Ashok Leyland brand. It caters to multiple segments and is diverse in its capabilities.
This is a full-fledged plant where we manufacture engines, gearbox, axles. We build the complete buses and trucks.
With its primary focus on passenger vehicles and trucks, Ennore is designed for high-volume production. Through its efficient streamlining of assembly, Ennore has the capacity to produce up to about 120 vehicles a day. The chassis assembly line also has the least stack time. The world-class engine assembly is capable of handling a range of automobiles, industrial, and marine engines. Close to 9 different types of engines are manufactured in Ennore. Every engine produced here is rigorously scrutinized in the state-of-the-art testing unit. Ennore is reputed for its depth of manufacturing. With many critical components produced in-house, the production process is seamless. To test the finished products, the plant has numerous modern facilities. Ennore is situated next door to Ashok Leyland's Technical Center, where ideas are born and developed. Product blueprints are first sent here for production, making it the manufacturing testing ground for all of Ashok Leyland's products.
When the designs are released, the designs are something which has a manufacturing perspective into it, because we believe that we must design to manufacture. And the kind of inputs that the Ennore team is able to give to the designers to say what will work and what will not work, I think that adds a lot of maturity to the design releases as and when they.
Being close to the port, the Ennore plant is conveniently placed for exports. More than 12 different international products are manufactured here. The inheritance of its deep history is seen in the experience levels of the 2,000 plus employees and more than 300 engineers.
If you see this plant, the average experience of the employees is around 25 years, and that is a big strength for the plant. And the employees' experience gives us very high quality of the product and the ability to manufacture high variance in the overall assembly lines.
So very, very nice mix of people with experience and shops which are upgraded and much newer.
Today, the Ennore plant continues to preserve its legacy of being the birthplace of the Ashok Leyland brand, while continuing to move forward with its state-of-the-art infrastructure and its highly skilled and experienced workforce.
In the near future, we will be going for the Euro 6 emission norms. We'll be producing Euro 6 vehicles, and our engines will be Euro 6 compliant, and we will also be moving towards the electric vehicles.
Ennore is where the journey began, and it continues on as the flagship plant for the Ashok Leyland plan.
So that's about the Chennai plant. These are the various products what we manufacture at Ashok Leyland, which ranges from fully built buses, trucks, light commercial vehicles, engines for industrial gensets. Our engines are mostly used in marine applications where many fishermen take our engines for their boats, and in army as well as in defense. Like our vehicles are used for logistic purpose, as well as they are used nowadays for missile launches. You would have seen in the recent Republic Day parade and many of the Independence Day parades, many of our vehicles carrying the missiles and various other kind of rockets, which is being launched by the Indian Army during wartime. And not only in India, but also we also supply these kind of vehicles for armies of various other countries like Israel. We've got a testing agency in US which has testified our vehicles, which are more powerful for such kind of applications. So this line shows you the manufacturing aggregates of the various plants in Chennai, wherein the bottom two plants, the Pantnagar in North India and Ennore in the South India, they make all varieties of products and aggregates. So these two are the biggest plants, and they are the most flexible plants of Ashok Leyland, or fully integrated plants, we can say. So the Chennai plant is the only plant which is located close to the coast. It's only 500 meters from Bay of Bengal. The gate is only 200 meters away, and because of its closeness to the port or closeness to the coast, this plant is the only plant wherein we export a lot of vehicles to various parts of the world. And this plant is also the hub of the semi-knockdown transfer of parts. Whatever we go to export, not only the vehicles but also semi-knockdown parts in aggregates like a front axle, rear axle, or engine or gearbox in aggregate forms, or in semi-knockdown form. Also, we export, and all these happen from this plant because we got two ports here. The plant on the coast. One is the Chennai port, and another one is the Ennore port. And the Chennai plant houses more than 2,200 employees, of which there are 1,900 associates and 200 executives. And since its inception, we have been making profits, and you can see how we have multiplied our sales volume by 3.5 times in the last 15 years, and how we have worked on the sales revenue by 6.7 times, and on how we have multiplied the profit after tax, which is the bottom line, which is very important for any organization, and how we have multiplied 8 times in the last 15 years. And this Chennai plant, it actually constitutes to 21.7% of the total volume of Ashok Leyland production, and we also contribute to 20% of the total overall of the turnover of the plant. So that's it about Ashok Leyland. So I'm very happy to talk about this organization, the back division organization, which has been in the south part of India, which has made Chennai the Detroit of India, because way back in 1940s, like late 1940s, when in 1948, when this company came to supply parts to this company, many other small companies, many ancillary units started functioning in the south part of India, in places nearer to Chennai. And today, because this presence, because of this ancillary units presence, because of the skilled workforce, because of the ports, because of the connectivities, today in nearly 14 major big organizations across the world, they got their plants in Chennai. And to name it, we have got Hyundai, we have got Ford, we have got BMW, we have got Renault, Nissan, we have got many other companies. And so this Ashok Leyland has played a vital role in making Chennai the Detroit of India. So coming to today's portion, which is the role of engineers in organizations, and I believe that all of you are going to quickly graduate and quickly take positions in various organizations in various levels, and those times have passed wherein, like before 20-30 years, wherein only engineers and doctors, many people, whatever we used to ask them, and they used to tell us that I want to become an engineer, I want to become a doctor. But days have changed, wherein today The total world has changed, wherein everybody, whoever, whatever they study, they have their position, their roles. So, be it engineers, even today, banks are recruiting engineers, and you'd be knowing that. I used to even think that before 15 years, when people say that I work for State Bank, I work for Indian Bank, and I work for Bank of America, and I used to think after studying engineering, why these people go and join these banks and go out of their core area. And after scrutinizing, it's general that these banks they fund a lot of good projects, and for project management, all these engineers study the process and they report on the credibility of the projects, and how this project will work, and they're going to yield results and they're going to yield profits for the bank, and the project will even really come up as per the plan. That is what these people do. And not only banks, and nowadays engineers take various roles in non-engineering organizations also. So let's see how this whole engineering is actually turning the world, because without engineers or without engineering, nothing works in this world, because engineers make the world. So all of you should be so proud, and with pride you should say that I'm an engineer, because any kind of industry you see, whatever process they do, whatever products they invent, whatever process they've got, everything depends on engineering. Because even today doctors do a lot of best surgeries across the world only with the assistance of them latest techniques what engineers have evolved and how it's assisting them. So that is why engineers are being called as they make the world. So that is how this whole program is going to go about. So what do engineers do in organizations? See, we got processes, we got products. What is the job in organizations? Because all of you are going to qualify. Some of you will join the post graduation. Some of you will be joining organizations in your core job. Some of you will be joining organizations in non-core areas. I strongly advise that most of you should join organizations wherein you use your applications of your core engineering, whatever you studied, be it mechanical engineering, automobile, or be it electronics and communication, or be it civil engineering, whatever it is. It's always good to join core engineering, because at Ashok Leyland, our trainees who we recruit, be it engineering trainees or diploma trainees, they undergo a 18-month rigorous training program in all the areas, be it project planning, or be it manufacturing, be it unit planning, be it design and development, be it marketing, be it service, whatever it is. They go through all these areas and really understand the kind of processes these engineering disciplines follow, and understand their processes. Because our MD is very much clear on on-job training, because we have to put your hands. Unless you put your hearts, hands and souls, it's really difficult for all of us to really understand and get along with the trend of engineering and technology. So what do engineers do in organizations? So they make things better. They are in advisory roles, they are decision-making roles. So we all join organizations. So we make process and products better. So that is what we all look at, and we use a lot of software technologies, a lot of machine tools are there, and we use scientific concepts and human resources in order to solve problems, provide products or services at minimal cost, produce time products on time. Because when you not produce products on time, you lose your customers, then which really results in the top line as well as the bottom. Because top line for any industry is in the balance sheet. If you take, the bottom line is profit after tax, and the top line is the total earnings. So how much you produce, how much you sell, and what is the revenue you generate. That is very important. And mostly organizations look for only two kinds of people. Nowadays, they're the two kinds. Either of the two kinds, if no one of is going to fall, no, they're not going to be wanted for any organization. So I make sure that I also insist all of you that you have to be in any of the two fields when you join organizations. So be the problem solvers or domain experts. So the domain you join, you have to expertise yourself. You have to become experts, and you have to become expertise in that. So not only the company you join, at any point of time, Any company should come forward to take you, recruit you, and keep you with them. And next comes the problem solvers. Problem solvers are very much in demand because there are only less people in making themselves problem solvers. So you have to understand a lot of techniques, advanced techniques to solve complex problems. So that is why you have to show your caliber and understand and make sure that you fall in either problem solving area, strengthen it, and you have to become very strong problem solvers or in the domain expert, taking stronghold of the engineering domain and making yourself experts. So that's the main thing of what engineers do in organizations. So how engineers change the world? Because in the last centuries, in 2 centuries, if you look at the total industry has changed, the total world has changed. Let's see how the world has changed and what engineers do in changing the world. So I think this video gives you a lot of pride for being an engineer. So whatever be it, whatever products you see, whatever you see in the world, everything is being made by engineers, and that's the way engineers take their importance across the world. Because we push the borders, you actually raise the mark, you will actually benchmark and always keep raising the bar. So if there are no engineers, how this world would be? So this is the way people are going to cross cliffs without bridges, and this is the way we have to look for dragons to take forward carriers across the world. So without engineers, nobody can really imagine, or without engineering, how this world would have been. So what are the roles of engineers in business? There are really 11 disciplines, different kind of roles, and the basic thing is what we do is you all create and design engineering projects. You analyze production models, engineering safety systems, markets assessment, how the markets are behaving, how the environments are being impacted of the engineering products, processes, and you will also evaluate on the profitability of the organizations, the cash flows, how it's going to improve and make the organizations with good profits. And it's also the kind of financial risk the engineers really evaluate the kind of risk involved in new projects or the existing projects, how they're behaving in the markets. And you'll also evaluate the firm's market value, the stock price, the financial statements. So there are a lot of things which we engineers do in organizations. So what is engineers to society? Do we really need engineers? What is the role of engineers to society? Why not scientists? Why not technologists? Are engineers really professionals? And what is the relationship between society and engineers? Is society better than engineering or technology? So there's a lot of things being asked, and let's see what engineers are for this world, because we are the ones who make the world a better place, be it water in clean, be it reliable energy, be it fast communication, life-saving medical equipment, or safe transportation, foods available in shops, all rely on engineering solutions, which is actually making this whole world more comfortable and safer and a more exciting place to live. So let's see the broad classification of engineering roles in organizations. So many engineers take advisory roles, and to really tell on you, like there was one of our MD called Mr. Sheshasain. He was a chartered accountant, not an engineer basically, but he was able to be the managing director of this magnificent organizations because of his capability. Not only engineers run the organizations, but there are other disciplined people who, because of their caliber, because of their strength and capacities, they become the heads of organizations. But there are many other companies who have got engineers as their heads, because they take advisory roles, they take decision-making roles. They actually be it a management and operation of projects. Once they come in live, it actually takes strength. And in design levels, in processes leading up to project realization. So what are the typical focus areas which the engineering include? It actually finds space in project management. Project management is a very important area wherein new projects are launched and current projects are studied for their efficacy or for their sustainable growth. When new projects are launched, these companies look for project engineers, project management engineers to really look at how the new processes are going to be incorporated in the production areas or in the for market areas or in the sales areas. So that is why the project management engineers are very much important in organizations. Next, the manufacturing, production, distribution. These engineers form really 50% of the total process in any manufacturing organization, like in automobiles. The production is very important because they are the ones who decide the production levels, how they are going. Because the process engineers, the project management engineers, they define the processes, and these people, the manufacturing engineers, work with the available resources to produce products in their respective areas. Next comes the supply chain management, productivity, process engineering, quality measurement, and their improvement areas, program management, ergonomics, technology development and transfer, strategic planning, management of change. Next comes the financial engineering. All these are very important areas, and as I told you, how engineers, they are CEOs of many organizations. Let's see this video.
There's one similarity between Amazon and Blue Origin CEO Jeff Bezos, Apple's Tim Cook, Alphabet's Sundar Pichai, AMD's Lisa Su, General Motors' Mary Barra, and NVIDIA's Jensen Huang.
These days, the heads of some of the most successful companies in the world have one thing in common. They're engineers.
For those who aspire to be CEO of a company one day, getting an MBA, a Master of Business Administration degree, used to be the way to go. But that's not so true anymore.
Harvard Business Review used to publish an annual list of the top 100 best performing CEOs. In 2018, they found that for a second year in a row, there were more CEOs with an engineering degree than an MBA, 34 compared to 32. Some had both. Getting an MBA can come with a hefty price tag. Top graduate schools, such as the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton or Harvard Business School, will set you back over $200,000. Now, some CEOs are telling you to save your money. Elon Musk went so far as to say, "I think there might be too many MBAs running companies," in an interview with the Wall Street Journal. He thinks those with business degrees spend too much time in board meetings, poring over PowerPoints and finances, when their focus should be on the product. The thinking being that if the product is good, the profits will follow. In the case of Musk, that means building great electric cars at Tesla or great reusable rockets at SpaceX. That's where being an engineer is helpful. Engineers can design, build, create, and improve their product because of their background in math, science, and technology. And they can help solve challenging technical problems that might otherwise scuttle their dreams. Technically, Musk has a degree in physics and economics, not engineering. He's a self-taught engineer who read books to learn about rocket science. When engineering consultant Sandy Munro interviewed him for his YouTube channel, Munro Live, he said it's Musk's knowledge that stands out.
I was blown away. I've seen dozens of CEOs. I've never seen a CEO ever, or a president, that knew more about the product.
That technical know-how that comes with an engineering background goes a long way toward building better products. Just ask Satya Nadella, the engineer at Microsoft who rose to become CEO. When he took over the top job in 2014, he had to figure out a way to make Microsoft relevant as it faced an onslaught from Apple.
We now need to make Microsoft thrive.
The software company struggled to thrive under the leadership of his predecessor, Steve Ballmer. Its products were far from revolutionary. The Surface was a response to the iPad, the Windows Phone an answer to the iPhone. Ballmer has a degree in mathematics and economics from Harvard, which helped balance the books, but didn't do much when it comes to innovation. When Nadella took over, he transformed Microsoft, moving its software to non-Windows devices, for example, bringing Microsoft Word to the iPad and the iPhone. He also expanded its cloud business, Azure, which has become the biggest rival to Amazon's AWS. In his first email to employees as CEO, Nadella wrote, "Our industry does not respect tradition. It only respects innovation." That innovative spirit of engineering saved Microsoft. But it's not easy. It requires risky moves and not accepting failure. As American inventor Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've only found 10,000 ways that won't work." James Dyson, the British engineer, knows a thing or two about not giving up. He became frustrated when a vacuum he had at home kept losing suction, so he decided to build a better vacuum himself. He spent 15 years tinkering with over 5,000 different prototypes to come up with the perfect bagless design.
I'd like to give you a little demonstration.
The payoff for his perseverance was a multi-billion-dollar company that bears his name. In order to be successful, Dyson was invested in the fine details of his company. Engineers aren't afraid to get involved in the day-to-day business, especially when it comes to hiring. Amazon is notorious for tough interviews. Bezos, who has a degree in electrical engineering and computer science, used to meet every candidate himself during Amazon's early days. He would ask quirky questions like, how many gas stations are there in America? He wasn't after the right answer, but wanted to see whether the candidate had an analytical approach in order to come up with an informed response. Bezos once said, setting the bar high for hiring was the most important factor for the online retailer's success. It's no surprise that engineers make it to the top of the tech industry, which has seen explosive growth over the years. But they're also doing well at non-tech companies. Like Jeffrey Sprecher, the CEO of the holding company that owns the New York Stock Exchange. He has a degree in chemical engineering.
I've never had a job that had anything to do with chemistry, but the discipline that I went through there taught me about problem solving, and business is really just that.
Engineers are very good at solving problems, and that's the key to doing everything from building a bridge across a river to designing a rocket to get to Mars. If you've been inspired to become an engineer or simply want to learn more about the world, a good foundation in math and computer science is crucial. A problem-solving website called Brilliant can help put you on the path to success, and it's free to sign up. Whether you want to practice programming, you're struggling with calculus, or you're hoping to brush up on your algorithms, my sponsor Brilliant offers over 60 interactive courses in math, science, and computer science. You can learn at your own pace. There are no exams. If you make mistakes while practicing, Brilliant explains exactly where you went wrong. You can sign up with the link in my description, and the first 200 people to use my link will get 20% off the premium subscription, which gives you unlimited access to all the courses. Thanks for watching Newsthink.
So I really wish that all of you will be CEOs or managing directors of organizations in future. You should always have that pride, that urge to be heads of organizations. Nothing is impossible in this world. So nobody knows what will happen in future. So keep your beliefs and keep your strength and expertise. Give wherever you go, whatever company you join, you have to make sure that you become problem solvers or domain experts, and really that will help you to get on to where you want to be in the respective organizations very soon. So my congratulations, my wishes to all of you. And coming to project management, so what do these project management people do at organizations? They develop the detailed structure of complex activities, and they form them into an integrated plan for the engineers to follow and for the other disciplines to really look at. And they also provide time-based schedules and resource allocations for complex plans. Then not only this, they also perform risk analysis of various projects, as I told you, because any organization, whenever they want to invest money, they will look at the payback, they will look at the risk, they will look at the financial status. So that is why these people takes prime importance in organizations, wherein they use project management techniques to perform industrial engineering analysis and investigations. Coming to manufacturing, production, and distribution, what do these people do in organizations? As I told you, they participate in design reviews. What do they ensure? They ensure manufacturability of the product, and they create documentation and work instructions for production and distribution. They determine methods and procedures for production distribution activities. And not only this, they also facilitate and lead processes and the process improvement teams. And because this process improvement teams are the ones which really improve productivity for organizations. They look at various areas. They manage resources and they maintain schedule requirements to meet the required production and distribution schedules. So that is what people at manufacturing, because they love to work day in, day out with the associates, with the workmen. They have to look at processes. They have to look at sticking to process requirements, specifications, looking at quality levels of the process specifications, and looking at delivering products at the customer's requirement. So manufacturing is very a core important area wherein these kind of activities make them really heroes of the organizations. And coming to supply chain management, what do these people do? Supply chain is one of the important area wherein today many companies are not able to assemble products, not able to manufacture products in and deliver it in time to customers. Because when you have to have your production, you have to align your material, your products, your from vendors. That is why you have to manage supply. You have to identify suppliers. You have to rate suppliers. You have to make them sustain your requirement, because managing and report on company suppliers, that is what these people do. You have to really make sure that these suppliers, the vendors approved by organizations, they supply parts in time, supply parts with the required quality levels, and they are always with us. Because any product, if it's not going to come to the assembly on that day, on the time, whatever plan, what the organizations do on a day, supposing 100 vehicles in a day, some parts, supposing the radiator doesn't come, all the parts, whatever being aligned by the other companies, by the other vendors, or whatever plans, what the company has done for the day, everything goes a waste. So that is why the supply chain management takes prime focus and very important in terms of making the assemblies to work to deliver products. So the supply chain management engineers, they coordinate first article inspections. They have to look at the quality of the products being supplied by the vendors, and they have to audit suppliers. They will audit. They will have fortnightly audit plan. They will have monthly audit plan. They will have weekly audit plan, looking at the quality levels of the products being produced by the vendors for the organizations. So coming to productivity and process engineering, and these are very important areas wherein you will have to define the work methods for task. So what work need to be done, you have to define it, and you will have to give key production measures for the teams. You will have to define goals and capture data analysis for key measures. You will have to appropriately develop incentive plans for work tasks. And you will also determine the capacity requirements. How you, because organizations look at improving their productivity, you will have to improve the capacity, and you are the only ones are the good ones to really work on capacity improvements in all the investment areas in production. So what about quality? Quality has been termed in many different ways in the last decades, like 2, 3, or 4 decades. There are different terminologies. Quality has come, and quality, there were bug inspection, and then quality audits, and then now quality delight. It takes different new shapes nowadays. So what these people do? These people are the important people. They resolve quality-related issues in all the aspects of the business. They audit defined processes and procedures to ensure that they are being followed, and they also provide refresher training for all the procedures for the company person. Not only company person, today many of the quality people are being outsourced, and these outsourced personnel sits on the company and conduct audits, conduct inspections, and report on the quality levels of the products being manufactured. They work with the design and production teams, and outsource manufacturers, as I told you, in the supply chain management, to ensure product quality, because product quality is one which everybody looks at to that important level, because that's the one which is going to decide your fate. Because today you would have seen there are a lot of car manufacturers across India, across the world, but the one who is going to give in time, give at a low cost, give at a better quality, they're the ones who are going to sustain the market. For all this to happen, the engineering team at the organizations work round the clock on various fronts, various areas, to make sure that we deliver products at good quality and less cost. So the quality team, they actually manage and resolve issues with incoming material. Not only the processes, what we produce at organizations, but also the incoming quality is also being monitored by this quality measurement and improvement team. So that's about this quality. And coming to project management. So what do these people do generally? They actually develop proposals for new programs. And not only that, they also coordinate a matrix of team member across departments. There are various departments in organizations, and with their organization to ensure that completion of projects, all the tasks are completed in time, and all the projects are whatever time they have to be flagged off, they are flagged off, or they are operating at the really required level of cost management, and they actually manage project teams to ensure that everything stays on schedule as per the budget and meets the performance expectations of the organizations. So next comes important area called ergonomics, because times have gone in wherein early, like 30, 40 years before, nobody thought of this kind of topic called ergonomics. If we at Ashugreen have got a index called Effort in Ergonomy Index, and in the whole of the world, we are very proud to say that Ashugreen is the only organization in the whole of the world to introduce a kind of indices or indices to really measure what kind of effort the operators shared to produce their or to work on their processes. Supposing in assembly line there are 16 stages, and you want to really reduce the effort of the employees to bring in joy at work, because happy operators produce good products. Only if you're happy enough to work in an area, the products what you produce, the process what you follow will be good. Because generally, even at home, somebody is giving you some job, your mom is giving a job, or your dad is asking to clean something, initially we'll start doing it, but after some time you will feel uncomfortable with the kind of availability of resource that you will not have fan, you will not have a proper ventilation, you will come out of that area. Like also in organizations as well, if we are going to have more effort, the operator has to spend more effort, shed more efforts in operations. After 2-3 hours, the quality levels in the components he works in, the products he produces, will really come down. So that is what we really intend to map all the elements, operations in stage wise, and to really make. Supposing the operator works 5 steps, we'll have 10 indices. He works 15 steps, it's 20 indices. Supposing he is going to bend below the knee and lift a component or a aggregate which is more than 20 kilograms, it is 100 indices. Likewise, we have elements. All his operation will be put into elements, and we will element wise we will calculate the effort and ergonomy index. And after calculating everything, all the operation and stage wise we will consolidate, and if you sort and see the highest or the highest indices is the operation wherein you need to really improve the ergonomics, wherein you can introduce low-cost automations, how it can assist the associates in keeping less efforts for him to share in producing components. That is where you can really look at improving the ergonomics of the operators, because better ergonomy, better productivity, a good operator and employee relations, and they ensure human factors engineering is utilized in new product design. This team particularly, they ensure company economic policies are defined to minimize causes of employee injury and discomfort, as we discussed, and they also ensure human factors in engineering disciplines are utilized in production step and configuration. So this is a very important area which is taken prime focus nowadays in organizations. So let's see one of my colleague, Ms. Kalevani, how she is with pride and saying how she has joined Ashok and how it has changed her life.
Hi, I'm Kalaivani and I've been working in Ashok Leyland for the past 3 years. I joined as a GET and now I'm working in electric vehicle division as a deputy manager at product development. Being a girl and coming out from a college, I was initially scared how I would serve in a hardcore male-dominant industry. But through the extensive training program in Ashok Leyland and with the help of my co-workers' support, I was able to mold myself and now I could face any situation. In order to address the growing concerns on environmental pollution, Ashok Leyland has come up with the electric bus program. Today, I'm proud to be part of this team that built first made in India electric bus. By nature, I'm a socially responsible person and I'm happy that my company is also taking initiative to reduce the carbon footprint through this electric vehicle program. 6 months back, I was asked to go for an international trip to China for a supplier sign-off. This being my first international trip, I was very scared and I was very doubtful whether I would be able to achieve the task or not. Because of the confidence and the support I got from manager, I was able to travel alone and have successfully completed my task. I'm also part of Ashok Leyland CSR program and I'm happy to create awareness among the school children on telling them how important the education is. Being a first graduate from my family, my parents are very proud and my sister is taking me as a role model and now she is inspired to work in the automobile sector. Through this success, I see happiness in my parents' eyes and I realize the true meaning of Aapki Jeet Hamari Jeet.
So that's about my colleague, Ms. Kalevani, and Ashok Leyland's tagline is Aapki Jeet Hamari Jeet, which means your victory is our victory. We make sure that the victory of all the stakeholders of the organization, be it a customer or be it a supplier, be it a vendor, whoever it is. So when they are at victory, we are at victory. That is what it's saying. So let's see what this technology development and transfer engineering stream look at engineers. Because technology has changed the whole world. Like 30, 40 years before, how this technology was. Supposing I'll just tell you a small example. The Chennai plant was the first plant of Ashok Leyland, and which was started in 1948, and then all other plants came after this. Maybe after 32 years, all other plants came, and some plants came even last 10 years before. And the technology, the machines, the machining tools, the equipments, all these are sourced from various parts of the world at the latest technology levels. But the Chennai plant, which was initially introduced, it was due for modernization because all of the plants are with new tools and new techniques, new equipments. So in 2005 or 2004, the whole plant was modernized, and now this Chennai plant is the modern plant of Ashok Leyland because of the modernization process. And to cite you a small example how this technology has changed, because we want to become world leaders, we want to become 1 in 10 in the whole of the world in commercial vehicles. And when you want to be leaders, when you want to become world number 1 or world number 2 or within top 5 or top 10, you have to sell a lot of vehicles, and you have to produce a lot of vehicles. To produce a lot of vehicles, to sell a lot of vehicles, the quality levels of the products what you make should be on par with the world global players. So to produce such kind of products, you need to have such kind of machines. So when we source such kind of machines, you can ensure such kind of quality levels. So a component called axle arm, wherein I had nearly 2 or 180 employees to produce 400 axle arms in a day. This technology development and new machine tools, whatever we have sourced, because of the requirement of the quality, how by virtue of this have today employee now in this axle arm operation, we have got nearly 13 machines, and there are only 25 employees to produce the same 400 numbers of axle arm, wherein we had nearly 180 employees to produce such kind of such number of components, which are 75 machines. So you can really imagine how technology has changed this whole world, not only in engineering, not only in industries, automobile industries, but also in various other disciplines. Technology has played a major part in making it more stronger and easier for all of us to operate. What this technology department do, or how this transfer of technology development is being horizontally deployed across organizations. They conduct enterprise-wide implementation. They identify basic business problems requiring analysis. They are the ones who determine if technology or process-based solution is the best. Which one is the best? That is what they do, and they evaluate bid responses, select successful bidders, like identifying best vendors. They establish technical feasibility. They conduct small-scale as well as medium-scale testing to determine operational feasibility, because operational feasibility is one area when we have to really look at how this operation is going to work, whether we'll be able to succeed or we're going to fail, how we are going to work on implementation methods and training requirements. So that is very important areas wherein this technology development area of work. Next comes the strategic planning. As we said, this is another department wherein a lot of engineers work, wherein they tie to preliminary production costs, operation costs, sales focus, because how important engineering, manufacturing, or the production area is such important is also the strategic planning areas. They will develop a preliminary financial impacts, including profitability and ROI, return on investment areas. They actually work on area like to tie up preliminary production costs and model all areas affected by operations. And they identify anticipated investment in plants, capacity, and network. So it's other important area wherein engineers work now. And important one, or the basic thing which thing is the management of the change. Like to create a change, first you have to be the change. So you have to ensure that change programs are coordinated, because days pass, everything changes. The management change, the operators change, the associates change, the problems change, the process change. So you have to have change programs always, which is being coordinated, support one another, and move along the critical path. Critical path, as you all know, is the best path, the shortest path when you can really achieve your goals. You have to provide the skills, the knowledge, the process, organization structure, and tools required to deliver the change. And you have to create and maintain the imperative for the change. So that is why it is very important. And you will establish priorities and provide visible sponsorship for change. And you also ensure the individuals involved buy into the change, actively support and adopt their behavior accordingly. And next comes, we have spoken much about the financial terms in terms of engineering. So what these engineers may be. So you can be a political office holder, you can be a civil servant, you can be a private consultant, you can be an academician or as an engineering faculty in organizations like in engineering colleges, technical institutions. You can be a staff member of an integrated development organizations. So there are various kind of disciplines where engineers can groom themselves to become the future of the world. So what are the basic responsibilities deployed basically for engineers? You have to have good skills of coordination, negotiation, communication in stakeholder, because unless you communicate well with your team, with other teams, it is hardly difficult for any individual to really prosper in any organization. You would have a good ability to take account of environmental, social, and other impact studies. And you'll have to be good at the ability to work in multidisciplinary teams. You'll be working in a big team, and you'll have dotted line working in other teams. You will have your dotted reporting to other managers, matrix reporting managers. So there are a lot of important things which you should be more responsible at in organizations as engineers. So not only that, you'll also good to be at coordination. Coordination is very important another aspect in organizations, wherein the success depends on mainly two factors: how employees are selected, are ensuring coordination between engineers and managers is done properly to improve work culture of the organization. So what are the different types of engineers? There are only two types: good and great. So for good engineers, you should be good at commendable technical knowledge. You should be good at grasping what is going on around you in whatever areas you work. And you should be great along with social and emotional intelligence. And you should also look at model invention surrounding the prevailing scenario. So the additional qualities of great engineers, you should have a good natural curiosity to learn a lot of new things, because at smaller ages we'll be having a lot of curiosity, like to know new things. Small children ask you how sky is blue, how an aircraft is flying, how the ships float in water, how automobiles work. So as we grow, we actually lose this curiosity, and we actually tend not to learn new things. But you should always be curious enough to really make you learn new things always. So next comes the logical thinking, and in these areas where you should be very strong enough. You should have a good communication skill, and you should be more creative and more innovative in whatever you do in your organization. And you should be a problem solver, as we discussed much on this. So these are descriptive areas where this additional qualities of engineers, what is really required at. And very important is the technical knowledge. Whatever we be in organizations, and unless you are so strong enough in your technical areas, it is really very hard for you to sustain the job and come to higher positions in organizations. So you should be good at technical. Whatever companies you join, so make sure that all of you becomes technically strong enough to work in your respective areas. And not only that, but also you should be very creative and innovative. So these are some of the engineering areas wherein how people have exemplary become very great. So that's the end of this presentation, and I hope this would have been one of the eye-opener for all of you to look at how organizations employ people, what are the various disciplines you can go for, and how we are going to work, and how kind of skills you need to have, what are the kind of skill sets you really have to be equipped enough to make yourself the best in your organizations which you're going to join. So all the very best to all of you. Have a great day.
Sir, thank you, sir. Very lovely session, sir. You've given a lovely speech today. Really, I impressed, sir. Really, as a faculty, I impressed. I hope you, all the participants, really enjoyed a lot. I think so. Sir, Suresh, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the session is over. Your presentation is over. So, this is time for vote of thanks. That's what I'm asking. Permission.
Yeah. Presentation is over.
Yeah, okay. Would you would you like to continue anything and all? Means you continue, sir, no problem. Otherwise, we'll close the session.
Yeah. The session is over. We can close it if there's no question.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, with your permission, sir, thank you, sir, for accepting our request from our college side. Thank you once again. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
So today you given a wonderful information for the young people, no doubt at all. I think I hope you all the participants enjoyed a lot, and even they looked. I mean, by through our live session, you shown a number of videos related to your organization. You given a valuable speech and how we have to develop our skill, how we have to go for the company after completion of their beta courses. All those and all you given a brief explanation. I hope you. I think today's session is more beautiful. I think so. So participants, please same like today. So the same link only tomorrow session also. Tomorrow is the last day session. So please 10 minutes before you join by tomorrow also. So once again, so tomorrow also have a wonderful session is there actually. Tomorrow I will send you the feedback link also. Once you fill it, then you will get the e-certificate by through your email ID. So that please be patient. So I see I enjoyed a lot. I think myself I enjoyed a lot. Even students also, the participants also enjoyed a lot. I think so. Our resource person, Mr. E. Suresh Kumar sir, see due to his busy schedule also given a chance to us to give a wonderful speech. So once again, sir, thank you so much. So we need your support long time, sir. Not only today, we need your support long time for our institution, sir.
Wonderful. Looking forward. Thank you. All the best to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Great.
Thank you, participants. You can leave. We'll see you tomorrow. But okay, thank you, participants. Thank you. So you will get the feedback link by tomorrow. You will get the certificate by tomorrow. Whoever coming every day program, you will get the certificate, no doubt at all, 100%. But live session itself, I will send you the what is that? I will send you the feedback link. So once you fill it the feedback link, you will get the e-certificate by through your registered email ID. So no problems to participants. All those 7:30. Okay. Thank you, participants. You can leave every one of you.